local ingredients into the kitchen. Lincolnshire Co-op sponsors the local kitchen.
And welcome to a special edition of the Lincolnshire Kitchen, the show that celebrates the very best locally grown food and produce. I'll be meeting some of the growers and farmers from across the county and taking a closer look at why local really is best. Today I'm going to be showing you how to use some of the leftovers up, making a delicious soup, a Boxing Day brunch, and of course showing you how to use up that leftover turkey. I just need a few extra ingredients to have ready in the store cupboard.
Hi Rachel.
Hi Dan, are you alright?
I'm good, how are you?
I'm very well. I know I can't come in until I get suited and booted.
Yeah, go and get changed and we'll have you make some sausages together.
Alright, can't wait.
Okay.
So how long have you been making sausages for?
Personally, I've been doing it since I was about 11 or 12 years old.
It'd be interesting to know how many you'd actually made.
Oh no, yeah. But it was in my grandfather's name since 1904, so over 100 years.
It would be nice for you to show me how you make your sausages before I go to the shop to get some.
Yeah, no problem.
So
We'll see if we can get them all the same size.
Oh no, I don't think we will. I know, and you're obviously going to be using lovely shoulder. And where do you get your pigs from generally?
David Wright down the road.
So it's all local.
Yeah.
So it's the shoulder.
Yep.
You need a bit of fat, don't you?
Yeah, we get good quality pork shoulder outdoor reared.
Yes.
Then we mince it, mix it, and then add our secret ingredients that Mum still weighs off.
Does she?
Yeah.
Oh, you're not going to tell me that bit then?
No.
Right, well, thank you very, very much for these. Absolutely fantastic, aren't they?
Yep.
I'm really, really pleased with
You've
them.
done very well.
I'm going to go down to the shop now to see Scott. Take care, Dan. Bye-bye.
Cheers.
So the sausages that are the most popular that you sell here are?
The Boston sausage, which we're famous for.
Tell me, on a regular basis, how many sausages do you sell and how much does it go up to at Christmas time?
Well, an average week we do roughly 2 tonnes of sausages a week, and then when it comes to Christmas time it just sort of escalates and it goes up to about 8 tonnes during that week, so it's fourfold.
8 tonnes?
8 tonnes.
That is an awful lot. And do you cook sausages on Christmas Day?
I certainly do. Christmas Day wouldn't be complete without it.
I also like to cook them on Boxing Day. Oh, Scott, thank you very much indeed.
You're very welcome.
Happy Christmas.
And the same to you.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Math, I've known you quite a long time, right from the outset of you making your wonderful curry paste. So tell me what makes them so special.
The special thing about our ingredients, Rachel, is that we use only the top quality ingredients and we blend it in an uncooked form. It's uncooked, naturally preserved in a bit of rapeseed and vegetable oils to enable and help the cook at home to get the authentic taste, but saving them the time of trying to buy all the fresh ingredients and the other ingredients required to make the curry from scratch.
Now listen, Math, I'm going to be making, on Boxing Day, I'm going to be using up the leftovers of my turkey.
Right.
and I want to make a curry, what would be the best one, do you think?
I would probably go for a fruity paste. We've got one which we call the balti paste,
Yes.
which has got a bit of dry mangoes in there, which gives that nice fruity taste. And if you were to just having it not like a curry, it does have that nice flavour in your mouth where you could just have it with salad.
So, Math, I want the balti paste, if that's okay. But you said you're going to show me quickly how to make it.
Of course, definitely. Right, we're going to put some fresh coriander, green chilli, and fenugreek in there. We're going to put a bit of 5 of our special spice mix: the cumin, the turmeric, the coriander powder, the green chili. This is the chili powder, isn't it?
Okay,
Just give it not too
chili
much.
powder.
Right, then this
Smells.
this one's a garam masala, our special garam masala mix.
That's your special family
That's right, garam
isn't it?
masala in there.
So ginger and garlic in
Ginger
there,
garlic in
there,
there,
yeah?
right. And then to sweeten up the balti paste, we put a bit of mango chutney.
Your own mango
Our
chutney.
own special blend of mango chutney. And once this goes all in there, we add a bit of rapeseed oil,
Yes.
just to keep it all nice and preserved.
So I don't need
That's
anything
it.
more
That's
than
it.
that.
That's it.
That smells absolutely delicious, that balti paste.
Now you could say you made your own balti paste.
I can do, but can I have some of it in a jar?
Definitely.
So I don't spill it all
I will
over
give
my
you.
car.
I'll give you a finished product if you'd like to follow me to.
Okay, then we will do. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Hello.
Hi. Well,
How are you? How are you?
this is the finished
Gosh,
production line.
this is where it all happens then,
This
Matt.
is where it all gets labelled up.
Oh, look at
jarred
them
up.
coming out. I've never seen this bit. How
good.
exciting.
Here you are, Rachel. Hot from the press. Your own balti curry paste.
Math, you are an absolute star. Thank you so much. I just hope that my turkey curry is as good as your curry paste.
I hope so as well. I'm sure you will enjoy it.
Yeah. Happy Christmas, Matt.
Happy Christmas to
guys.
you as
Nice
well.
to see you.
Okay, thank you, thank you.
I've got my balti paste, so I've just got one more ingredient left to collect. Mervyn, how old is this windmill?
It was built in 1875 on the site of an earlier post mill which has been here since the 1500s.
And what type of grain do you actually mill here?
We mill spelt, wheat and rye.
You use different techniques for your milling
Yeah.
and your baking, don't you?
Our milling, modern milling is done through roller milling, which is like putting the flour through a series of rollers, like a mangle.
Yes.
We use traditional stones. The top stone moves, the bottom stone stays where it is, and you've seen the
Yes.
grooves in the stones. And what we actually do is shear the grain. It's not crushed, like as in between rollers, it's cut. So each tiny particle of flour is a snip.
And is all the bread that you do organic? Is it all organic?
It's all organic, yeah.
Yes. And how many different types of bread do you actually make in the bakery?
Up to 20.
How many loaves a week do you think you bake?
Possibly about 800.
800? I didn't realise it was as many as that, actually.
yeah.
So do you think that I can now go into your bakery and make some bread for me for Boxing Day?
Absolutely.
So Mervyn, you've got your dough here.
Yes, that's been proving for about the last 2.5 hours.
Okay, so show me what you're going to do with this then.
Right. Okay, so we divide it out, weigh it off because we want them all the same size. What we do next, we hand it up. So basically, you just roll it along on the table, just like
And
that.
I notice you're not using any flour on the table at all.
No flour, no oil.
So it's
Basically,
literally
you
just
float-
rolling your hand.
Float your hands over it.
So we've done the fougasse
Mm-hmm.
here. So what's going to happen to them now?
Well, they're just going to rest like that for 10 minutes.
Yes.
Then we'll come back, we'll pin them out, and we'll cut them into the right shape. Then we'll put a few herbs on them, and then they can prove up, and then they'll be baked.
That's my final ingredient, so I'm going to go back to the kitchen and do some cooking. Thanks, Mervyn. Happy Christmas. The week between Boxing Day and New Year's Eve is often spent visiting family and friends. And when you go to visit, you usually take a gift with you. I like to make something myself. It's really personal and always really appreciated. One of the simplest things to make is fudge. And here's how to make it. Now here's the simplest way to make fudge. It's a very old-fashioned recipe I've got some full fat milk, which I'm going to put into the pan. I've got some demerara sugar, and it's actually quite important to use demerara sugar. Don't use any other. And I'm going to add some butter. This is just very luscious, this. I love making fudge. And some sweetened condensed milk as well. So, now this is not for the faint-hearted, I have to tell you. You have to stay and stir it. The sugar needs to be melted really slowly. So what we're going to do is stand here for a little bit of a while, get the sugar melting, and then we're going to simmer it. So the fudge is nearly ready, and now I'm going to add a good slug of vanilla extract. I need to get my fudge mixture up to 118 degrees centigrade, so I'm going to use a probe to check that I've got the right temperature. And I put it straight into cold water, as you can see. Now what you've got to do is actually stir like crazy. As it goes cold, it starts to sort of crystallise. Right, I'm just going to add some raisins now. Right, now it really has set. I'm going to put that in here now. So now the fudge is set and hardened, I'm able to turn it out of the tin and cut it into small squares. I'm a bit of a one for presentation, so I've got these little cellophane bags, and I'm going to put about 8 or 10 pieces in there and tie the top with some lovely ribbon and a nice label. Well, that's the fudge done. To find out more about our recipes and local Lincolnshire food, just go to our website, localkitchen.tv. I'll be back after the break to show you how there's more to leftovers than cold turkey. See you then.
Bringing local ingredients into the kitchen. Lincolnshire Co-op sponsors the local kitchen. Bringing local ingredients into the kitchen. Lincolnshire Co-op sponsors the local kitchen.
Welcome back to the Lincolnshire Kitchen Boxing Day special. So today I'm going to prepare 3 delicious dishes using up the leftovers from Christmas Day by adding a few well-chosen local ingredients. Now the ingredients I'm going to use are the peas we had on Christmas Day that are in fact have been cooked, some finely diced potato, some onion, I'm going to put in some lovely butter and some cream, and I've made some turkey stock. And then for my lovely bacon cream to decorate it with, there's going to be some local shallots, some lovely bacon, and again some mint and parsley and a little drop of wine. Right, to start my pea soup, which is one of the easiest things to do, it really, really is. You get a nice big pan. I've got some potato and my onion there. I'm going to put some oil in the pan, a little bit of oil. We're going to sweat the potato and the onion. We don't want to brown it. We don't want any brown bits in it because it'll make it bitter. One of life's great conveniences for me is frozen peas. You can actually make anything really quickly out of them. In goes some potato. I always think on Boxing Day you need something quite simple to eat. I don't think you want to be faffing around with anything too exotic, because she's so full. So that's why going for a walk, a big bowl of soup and some delicious bread, you can't go wrong with it. Just softening up nicely. So in goes my garlic. I'm just going to take my salt and pepper over and get a little tiny bit of salt and pepper in here as well. I'm just going to add the peas, yesterday's leftovers, okay, and some of the turkey stock. And you know, turkey carcasses make great stock, and so many people just put them in the bin, and it's such a shame. And if you have too much of the turkey stock, you can just freeze it. So this has been boiling for about 10 or 15 minutes. The potato's nearly soft. I'm going to add some parsley and some mint just to finish it off before we blitz it. So now I'm going to put in a little tiny bit more dash of cream and some nutmeg. To finish the soup, you make the streaky bacon or pancetta cream to go with it, which is completely delicious. So back on here, get my pan going, using a little tiny bit of butter, but I don't think it'll matter. My shallot, my local shallots, and now I'm adding some streaky bacon. About 55 millilitres of white wine. And now I'm going to add some cream. This is whipping cream. To finish it off, I'm just going to add some more parsley. So the streaky bacon or the pancetta cream, whichever you're using, is now ready to serve as a garnish with your soup. And now for the next recipe. I'm going to do my version of the turkey curry. Now, just to run you through the ingredients that we've got here. We've got the turkey. I love the dark meat, so we've got dark and white meat here, and it's really good to just chuck it all in. A can of tomatoes, which everybody has in. I've got some onion and some garlic in there, some tomato puree, some peanut butter, and some of this lovely paste. So let's get cooking. A little bit of rapeseed oil in there, and then I'm going to add the onion and the garlic. And now I'm going to add some of that lovely curry paste I got from Scunthorpe. Look at that. Now I'm also going to add some tomato paste, about a tablespoonful. Next up are the tinned tomatoes. Some coconut milk. Want to get this sauce to be quite loose before I add the peanut butter, otherwise it'll go really thick. So in goes a couple of spoonfuls of peanut butter. When you're adding the ingredients, you don't want it ferociously bubbling, otherwise you'll burn the peanut butter and all the other ingredients. It wants to be a nice, gentle simmer. You can see the peanut butter has actually thickened up the sauce, so I'm now going to add the rest of my coconut milk. Now, we're getting to where we're going to add the cooked turkey, and I would emphasise that you don't want to be cooking the turkey for too long, because if you do, you'll actually make the cooked turkey stringy, and you don't want that. It just wants to warm well through, and it wants to be at least 80 degrees in temperature-wise. It wants to be well heated through, because you're reheating something that's already been cooked, and that is really quite important. Just needs a little tiny bit of turkey stock to let it down, to make it not quite as thick. And I'm going to add the cooked turkey as well, and don't do too smaller pieces. It wants to be nice chunky pieces. Now you just want to combine the cooked turkey into the sauce. Now I'm going to add some fresh coriander leaves just to finish it off. So that's the turkey curry finished. Now this really is my favourite brunch dish. There's nothing quite like fried Christmas pudding with bacon, sausages and egg. So first of all, I'm going to take my lovely Lincolnshire sausages, which I got from Boston. So I'm putting them onto an already oiled baking tray, and I'm actually going to cook these in the oven. So there are our sausages, and then we've got some lovely nice back bacon, and again on an oiled tray, we're just going to put them in the oven And also I'm going to have some lovely tomatoes, which I've got some salt and pepper on as well. And to finish off, when I've fried bits of my Christmas pudding, I'm actually going to fry some eggs, but I'm going to do those where we're going to eat to order, and that's outside. So let's get this stuff in the oven. And now the bit you might not all get, and that's me frying the Christmas pudding to go along with the sausages, bacon, tomatoes and eggs. So this is my leftover pudding. I'm a bit miserable, I didn't eat very much of it. I'm going to cut it into slices. It's cold now. I tend not to put mine in the fridge actually, because I like to be able to do this the next day, and if you put it in the fridge it'll go really solid. A little bit of butter, just a tiny dash of oil as well. So now I'm going to be frying the pudding. They do have something quite similar in Scotland actually, and it's like a fruit pudding they do with their sausages, so I'm not completely mad. And that's it, we're just going to get it a little bit crispy on the outside. It's going to be completely delicious. And now it's time to serve it all. That's all for today. Don't forget, you can find out more about today's dishes on our website. I'll see you next time when it's New Year's Eve and time for our Lincolnshire kitchen party. See you then. Bye!
Lincolnshire Co-op sponsors the local kitchen.